So the title of this podcast is Life Means Something. How to live and lead like it does. So many of us just go through the day-to-day. We exist. We get up. We do our thing. We go to the office. We do our thing day after day after day. We just exist. There's no excitement. There's no love in it. We're burnt out maybe. We're needing some time off, but we don't think we can take it. Those types of things. And that's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hey, this is Greg McAfee, and welcome to the Greg McAfee Show. Now let's get started. Hey, welcome back to the Greg McAfee Show, where we don't sugarcoat success. And we sure don't apologize for aiming for it. We don't apologize for aiming high. We don't apologize for working hard. We don't apologize for being the clean version. And we don't apologize, for honoring God in all that we do here. So today's episode is called Life Means Something. And if you're living like it doesn't, you're already behind the eight ball. All right, here we go. Wake up. We only get one life. Life is not a dress rehearsal. It's the real deal. Yes, if you know Jesus, you're going to go to heaven. I mean, more than likely. I don't have all the answers here, but if you know Jesus and you have a relationship with him, you're living for him, you're going to go to heaven. That's for eternity. That's your second life. But God also gave us life here on earth for a reason. We shouldn't go through the motions. It's a real deal. We should live and enjoy life. It's all about enjoying life. God didn't put us down here to punish us, to have a terrible life. I mean, some of us do, but if you look at it, we've caused it. Most of my problems, I caused myself. Most of my issues, I've caused myself. And when you can say that, humble yourself to say that, and realize that, I'm my biggest problem. All right. So we see business owners hustling nonstop, trying to grind it out, trying to do this and that. Many are just existing, not living. James 4:14 in the Bible says, life is but a vapor. That means it literally flies by. It flies by. I'm 62 years old, and it just seemed like I turned 40. I don't know where those 22 years went. It just flew by. We've been given a gift. It's not guaranteed forever. We need to enjoy every minute, every hour, every day of the week, of the year, the weeks, the months, all that stuff. I think I got that backwards, but anyway, you get the drift. So why are so many burning the candle on both ends? Why are so many popping pills to sleep? Why are so many slamming coffee and extremely high caffeine drinks and chasing every dollar like it's their God? Why? If life is a vapor, then every breath should matter. Every breath should count. I'm very interested in this, Apple Watch. It not only does my circles, but it monitors my sleep. I love that. I really do. I time it. I program it when I go to bed, what time I want to wake up. It measures my heart rate. It measures my breath per hour and breath per minute rather. and it measures my deep sleep, my normal sleep. It measures when I get up for a minute. It measures everything. I'm very interested in that. I find that value. I find value in that to me. So, number two, we can't buy peace. All the money in the world, all the billions of dollars will not buy peace. It'll buy a lot of stuff. Money will buy a lot of stuff, buy a lot of toys, buy a lot of temporary happiness, but it will not buy peace, because you can earn 6-7 figures and still be empty, still feel neglected, and neglect your health, your marriage, and your faith. I've said this before, but Elvis Presley and Marilyn Monroe said the same thing. I can be in a room with hundreds or thousands of people and still feel lonely. You can't buy peace. I've coached guys. You guys know I'm a business coach. I'm certified by the John Maxwell organization to coach. But I've been coaching way before that. I've coached for about 17 or 18 years now. I've coached guys personally making $1 million or more per year. And they're miserable. Miserable. Some of you may make more than that. Some of you make less. But I've also hung around retirees who put in their time at a company, 30, 40, some 50 years, and they're happy. They're retired. They're living on a small income, and they're happy. You know why? They're joyful. They love Jesus, and that's the difference. Life has meaning to these people. It's not all about money. Money's great. Money's a tool. Everybody wants to make as much as they can. Personally, I like to make as much as I can so I can give away as much as I can. I'm a firm believer in nonprofits and charities and making donations. I can't help myself if I don't help people first. There's no way, no how. I can't personally do that. Number 3, take inventory of your health. Boy, this is important. Are you abusing your body with these things? Sugar, alcohol, nicotine, fast food, or just plain stress? Stress will take you under as fast as these things will. How about your mind? What are you putting in it? What are you looking at? Who do you follow? What do you read? What do you watch? I'm not a doctor, but I've lost 100 pounds within 9 months in 2024 without surgery, without medication. It was discipline, not magic. I set my mind to it. I said what I was going to do. I wrote a plan. I had a 12-step process that I put in place, my own. I made it up. If you want a copy, let me know. I lost 100 pounds within 9 months. One day from 9 months. And it was, number one, powerful. It was discipline, not magic. Set my mind to it. Had to make it happen. God gave us a mind that we're allowed to do that with. It's powerful when you tap into it. You can't serve your team, your family, or your customers if you're burnt out, broken down, lacking discipline, and extremely obese. When I weighed 325 or 330 pounds was my top, I was obese. I was lethargic. I was miserable. Yeah, I was a workaholic. I worked a lot, but I was miserable. I don't want to say workaholic because I really did balance very well, but I worked a lot. I don't know. Everybody's different. I worked a lot of hours. I'm not even going to tell you how many hours I worked, but again, I never missed a game for my kids. I never missed I did miss practices, but I was at a lot of practices. I was that dad up there in the bleachers by myself. That's what I got into. I knew I had one shot at this. Life goes by fast. My kids weren't going to play sports forever. They weren't going to be in plays forever. They weren't going to row. My daughter rowed for 4 years, row a boat, and she ended up getting a scholarship, D1 scholarship. It mattered. I watched her row. We'd camp out at the river and watch her, and it was important to me. But we can't serve our team and be broken down, lethargic, lack of energy, and lack of discipline. Here's what I say. We need to treat our body like it matters, because it does. It's extremely important in your success. It's the only one you've got. It's the only one we've got. It's the only body we got. You mess it up, it's messed up until you die. And it's the one your family is counting on. Remember, everybody wants to talk about family balance, family life balance, family work balance, all this balance stuff. Am I saying it's not important? No, but we go way, way overboard today in this stuff. I did a podcast on it. You can't have a successful business if you don't put in the time. And you can't have a successful marriage and family life if you don't put in the time. You have to balance it properly. Saying I can't work that much because of my family and then going home and playing games and sleeping and hanging out with friends and all that crap, that's not balance. That's not family time. That's doing what you want to do. Okay. We also, number 4, finances. We need to spend like it's ours, not someone else's. It's not how much we make, it's how much we keep. I will say that in the personal level. I will say that in the business level. For many, 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 many years, again, 35 years, I put back every dime into the business, all my profit. I'm an S Corp, so every dime I paid taxes on went back in the business for years. Until finally, 10 years ago, my good friend, CPA, business advisor, said, Greg, you need to take some money out. Take some of that money out. So I got in the habit of taking money out. I paid taxes on it. It's my money. Don't go there with the God thing. God owns everything. But it was mine to manage. It's my money. So I started taking more and more out. As long as we had enough in here to pay the bills and have a little cush, I started taking money out till it became a lot of money out. I told you our net profits were unheard of. In the high 20%, 28%, sometimes 30%. They were extremely high. I told you we run a tight ship. We know how to do it. We know how to buy. We know how to do a job fast and right, and it paid off. And I'm going to tell you why here in a little bit. But overspending steals your freedom and joy, and it will put you under. Lack of capital will put you under faster than anything else. I talk about this all the time because 97% of businesses fail in the first 10 years. Somebody needs to hear this and run with it. All right. Fact. Debt makes you a slave. Spending wisely gives you power. And living within your means gives you sleep. Amen. A good restful night is worth millions to me. As we get older, we don't necessarily sleep as good. And I slept good last night. I think I slept 7.25 hours. That's a record for me, and probably in the last 6 months to a year. If I get 5 hours, I'm doing good. So a good night's sleep is worth gold. And think about it. If you're in your 20s and 30s, you're not thinking about it because you probably sleep extremely good, unless you're always stressed about your debt. But once you get older, it's a different world. Trust me. All right, number 5, schedule some joy. There's got to be some joy in your life. When's the last time you laughed hard? When's the last time you had a really good time and fun? Today's the day. Go out there and play catch with your kids. Don't tell them you don't have time to do it. Go out there and play catch with your kids. Read them a book. Play games with them. Take time. This is what true balance means. Take time. Take your wife out to eat. When was the last time you guys did that by yourself? Go somewhere nice. Take time. Buy her a gift. Take time. That's balance. That's true balance. I should do a podcast on true family work balance. I probably will. All right. So you don't need another app. You need a good nap sometimes. I take power naps. I've been taking power naps for years. I read where the Mexicans and Japanese, they take power naps, 15 minutes. 15 minutes is not enough for me. I try to take 30. 30-minute power nap will revive me. Take a nap. Success without joy is failure in disguise. You got to have some fun in your life. All right. Also, take a walk. Watch the sunset. Go somewhere different. Take a 3-4 day weekend. It's amazing what will happen. God didn't design us to grind every hour of the day. It has to be done at times. I've grinded it out. I became number 1 in my market for years. It has to be done sometimes. But there's a fine line and there's a fine balance that only we can control. No excuses. Oh, honey, I'm not going to be home. We're not going to be able to go because I got to stay. I got to get this done. Bull crap. You've chose to stay and get it done. Drop it. Leave. Go home. Some of you, I need to say the opposite. Stay. Get something done. All you do is play. There's a fine balance for sure. It's God's plan, number 6, not ours. You didn't create your life. God created your life. He knew you in the womb. Like it or not, he knew you in the womb and he named you. And he knows how it's supposed to work. He knows you. He knows your personality. He made your fingerprint. It's the only one in the whole entire world. That alone should make you believe in God. That fingerprint, thumbprint alone. There is no other like it. None. Zero. How does that work? That's God's creation. When you give your life and your business and your future to God, he multiplies it. He multiplied my business. We started with $274, and I'm going to share something today that will blow your mind. I'm going to share something at the end here that it's going to blow your mind. I think it blows my mind thinking about it, and it's happened for me. Multiplication. God's multiplication works extremely well. Much faster and better than mine. And much bigger number. Much bigger number. A multiple, whether it's 10, when you raise that to 10.5 or 11 or 11.5 and 12, it is huge number. People who walk with God don't need fake peace. They have peace. They don't need to fake it. It's real. John 10:10 says, I have come that you may have life and have it to the fullest. That means good. That means a good life, full life, happy life, joyful life. You're not the owner of this place. I did a podcast on ownership. I do not own this place. I just manage it. Whether you like it or not, you're not the owner of your company. If you have a company, whether you started it or bought it, it's not yours. You're just managing it, whether you like it or not, and you're going to be held accountable for how you manage it. I tell people all the time, if you can't make 10% net profit, hang it up. Sell it. Let someone else come in who can. you'll make a lot more money and have a lot less stress going to work for someone else. Okay, now is a really good time for me to share this, and I am going to have an entire podcast on this. I'm bringing in a few people to share this because a lot of people want to know how. I'm always about teaching how. This is how you do it, whether you listen to me and run with it or not. I teach how. I attend classes. I read books on how to do this. If someone did it well, I want to know how because I want to do it and I want to do it better than them. That's my mindset. That's how I was created. That's my personality. And that's my desire. So now's a good time to share this with you. And again, I talk about this often. You probably get sick of hearing it. I've been doing this for 35 years. I started with a truck, no air conditioning, zero business experience, no name recognition, barely graduated high school, 1.6 grade average, didn't like school, it bored me, wasn't learning what I enjoyed. Self-taught since then, have read over 1,200 books, attended so many good classes, have been blessed abundantly, learning from the best of the best. Even today, if I fast forward today, recently, I'm talking about in the last 2 years, because if you go in the last 20 years, it's unreal the people I've met and the people I've learned from. I'm a sponge. I'm hungry. I ask a lot of questions. How did you do this? What made you do this? How were you successful at it? All these kind of things. But even today, I'll fast forward. I give people like Ken Goodrich credit. He actually said he used to follow me when I wrote articles for national publications. When he was a much smaller company, he liked what I said. And then, being in the Las Vegas market, he blew me away. Okay. And now I get to learn from him. It's the same way with Mark Swepston. I was a sponge. Mark Swepston was my mentor. He owns Atlas Butler Heating in Columbus, Ohio, about an hour and a half north of me, depending on traffic. I was a sponge. I knew nothing. I met him in the first 5 years of my business. We met often, and he taught me. He would say things. I didn't even have to ask questions. He would just say things, and I would jot it down. And I'd learn from these guys. Now, fast forward, I'm meeting Mark Swepston in a couple weeks, maybe next week, for lunch. There came a time where Mark was asking me questions. Okay. So it is cool how it works. And you have to have the desire to want to learn. Business is all about learning, not about doing it all. Anybody could do. You can hire people, you can hire anybody to do. But when you learn and you apply what you've learned, and then, like me, take it to the next level of, yeah, that works for them, but I'm going to take it to my level, and we're going to do it better. We're going to do it better than them. Because life means something. We're not just here putting in our time, folks. So, I got 2 kids. They're adult children. They have their own gigs going on. They both worked here several years. And they decided they did not want to come in to the company. I was not disappointed at all. I want them to do their own thing. I will not force anyone in my family to come in to my company, the family company, and make them work here when they don't want to. Do you think it will be successful? Do you think they will be happy? Do you think they will enjoy their life if they were forced to come into a family business like a lot of kids are? They're miserable, folks. If you're a family business, you need to sit down one-on-one with coffee, not in the office, and ask your child, male or female, are you truly happy here? Is this your calling? Is this your talent? Because if it's not, they shouldn't be there. So neither one of them wanted to take over. And I've had offers over the years to buy McAfee, many years. When I went through a rough time in 2020, I almost would have sold it for a little bit of nothing and just left and moved on. But again, that's not how I'm made. I got over it fast. It was cancel culture. I was attacked, lost a lot of customers, lost some employees, lost some like recognition. I don't know. Maybe they lost trust in me with what I said. I gained it back really fast. From 2021 to 2024, we grew 88%. So we didn't lose that much, right? I mean, who grows the 88% in 3 years? So I've had opportunities to sell and I've said no. The desire was to continue to grow. And then I just reached a point in the 35th year where basically I was done. I was checked out. I put in my time, a lot of time, like I always do. But I had several solid offers from private equity companies. And there's pros and cons on private equity companies. Everybody's so concerned about private equity companies. Let me tell you something. We've had private equity companies come into Dayton market for years, and we stayed number one. Little McAfee Heating and Air, less than 50 employees, stayed number one in our market because we did things they weren't willing to do. So don't get the Walmart put people out of business. Yeah, they put everybody out of business that didn't know how to compete and serve people better. That's who they put out of business. They didn't put Ace Hardware out of business, okay? Ace Hardware is multi-millions, and now they're in heating and air conditioning. So get off that mindset that big companies put people out of business. Of course they do. They put all the ones out there that have been barely getting by and have zero creativity and have zero growth desires. That's who they put out of business. So I say get off the kick about private equity companies. There are some sucky private equity companies. I didn't go with them. I did my research. While I was on vacation one time in Florida, I did about 20 interviews from Florida, my Florida office. We've had a home there for 10 years, maybe more, going on 11. We go there quite often now since kids are grown up. But anyway, we had a good offer on the table. And after about 2 months of due diligence, they said no. So we had to start over. And I will give you some really good stuff that I'll take donations because you should send in money. This is going to be so good. I wish I would have learned it the first time. You know what I mean? I wish I would have learned it before I sold, because maybe I could have got even more, even though my multiple wasn't extremely high. I was told it was the highest in 2025 that private equity companies are giving. And of course, my EBITDA was as high as possible for the size company we are. So I made out extremely well. And I'm happy with how it worked out. And yes, it's bittersweet. I've got like 42 more days as of today that I'm here. I said I'd stay 90 days. And then I'm done. And I'm off to new things. I'm not retiring. I'm refiring. I've already started another business. My son's working with me. It's part of the McAfee family. Trust. It's a long story. One day I'll talk about all this. But it's extremely fun. I want fun. I want very few employees. I want joy in my life. I want more freedom in my life. And I definitely want less stress in my life. And this is going to do it for me. Because right now I'm 100% debt-free again. And we have a multi-million-dollar company that we started. And in December of 24, and we're ready to rock. And as soon as I'm out of here, I'm dedicating my time and my money and my effort, and Travis is doing the same thing, to grow Platinum RV Storage, which is right off the highway. I'll put some info up here. That's extremely high-end RV storage and extremely profitable. So I can't wait to really dedicate the rest of my, I don't say life, my next phase. I can't wait to dedicate it to that. Let's put it that way. All right. So yes, I closed on McAfee. I closed on the deal June 27th, 2025. It was a roller coaster ride, 5 months of due diligence. I had to keep everything on the low. You don't want your employees to know. Some guys let everybody know I'm selling. That's the worst possible thing you could do. And we'll talk about that at another podcast. A worst possible thing you can do. Let your employees know so they have no stability and they don't know where their future paycheck's coming from. That's a great idea. Then let your customers know you're selling so they can quit using you. The way I did it was extremely wise, strategic, and worked out. It was a win-win-win. It was a win for my team. They're staying here, and the company's staying here. They're not changing very much at all. They are going to take it to the next level that I couldn't take it to. And they could double or triple in the next 5 to 8 years, which is exciting for me. If they do that, I did my job right. I built a solid foundation that very few people can build. And so I'm excited. And it's a win for my team. It's a win for my customers because they're going to get great service from a multiple, well, let's just say $100+ million business, okay, that knows how to grow business the right way and take care of people. And that's who we chose. And it appears so far we chose the right group. And it's a win for me. I just call McAfee sale the kickoff for my next second phase and third phase. It's just the kickoff, the kickstart rather, of what we're going to do and how we're going to do it with the McAfee Trust, the McAfee Foundation, the McAfee Generational Wealth, everything like that. It's just huge. I'm excited. I couldn't be more excited. And again, I'm going to talk about this more and more. I'm not stopping this podcast. It will continue on as long as I can do it. I'm not stopping all the stuff I do on social media. If you're not on there, you should be. I give a 2 to 3 minute word of the day every single day that is life-changing, business-changing, health-changing. Whew, I don't know. If you're not tapping into that, you're not hungry enough. Get hungry. So here's the bottom line. Life means something. Treat it like it does. Take care of your body. Protect your peace. Handle your money right, personally and business. Spend time with your family. Get to know the one who gave you life, gave you the opportunity in the first place, which is God. And the ones who do tend to live longer, think clearer, love better, and lead stronger, which equates to much, much success. And I wish you the best. If you take some things that I talked about today and you apply them in your life, they will take you to an all-time high level, whatever that level you're shooting for. Because I know there's a handful of you out there that are sponges. You're growing, you're making things happen, you follow Jesus, and you do the right thing all the time. So, before we wrap up, if you're watching on YouTube, don't forget to like and subscribe below. You can also support this podcast by rating and reviewing on iTunes or your preferred listening platform. Keep listening. I'll do my best to keep challenging you. Remember, I don't tell you what you want to hear. I tell you what you need to hear, and what you do with it is entirely up to you. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Greg McAfee Show. No spaces, no underscores. Thanks for listening, and as always, carry on. God bless. Make this day the best day of your life, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow. I'll see you later.